my dear. Oh, my baby girl.
Grandma, how are you?
Fine. I never hear the knock.
I'm here, Grandma.
How is your mother doing?
She's fine.
She told me you are coming.
Yes, Grandma.
Come, my dear. Come and have a seat.
Grandma, she said let me give this to you.
Okay. Thank you, my dear.
Grandma, I hear you singing.
My baby girl. My grandma will cry whenever she sings this song.
Which song, Grandma?
My dear, whenever my mama comes home with weep mark all over her body, she will sing this song. Alright, my dear. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. My dear.
Yes, Grandma.
That's what my mama used to sing.
Grandma, I believe that she feels that nobody loves her.
Love?
Yes, Grandma.
What love, my dear? What love? Mama and Papa go to different plantations. They don't know where child is.
Grandma, those people were mean. I told Mom I'm coming to ask you about your grand ancestors. Although I've read some books, but I know you'll be a great source of information for me, Grandma.
My baby girl.
Yes, Grandma.
Them don't want you to know nothing. Anything they say is what you believe.
Grandma, I'll be doing my master's program in September, and I want to do more on African American history. Grandma, I have some questions I want to ask you about.
My dear, them don't write book. My dear, your gram is 94 years old. I will do my best to answer to your question, but you should also ask your grandma and your mama also.
Grandma,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me all you know about your grand ancestors.
My dear, how long you here?
4 days, Grandma, and I'll be going back on Monday.
My grandbaby,
Yes,
I
Grandma.
cooked your favorite food. Come and have some. Help yourself, my dear. Rice and beans. I know you like rice and beans. I know.
Wow, Grandma, thanks.
Look at your sorrel drink. Have
Thanks,
some.
Grandma, for preparing my favorite food and drinks.
Come, my dear.
Okay, Grandma.
Lamb, baby girl.
Grandma.
Yeah, come.
Grandma, be careful, okay?
Come, let's sit, my dear. Grandbaby.
Yes, Grandma.
What do you want your grandma to tell you?
Grandma, I want you to tell me about African American history, about your grand ancestors, and everything interesting that will help me in college. Though I've read some books, but I want to hear from you, Grandma.
Oh, my grandbaby. Then don't know book. You know what they tell me is what I tell you, my dear.
Grandma, you didn't write anything down.
My dear.
Yes, Grandma.
These white people, they write book, and we don't write. Them can they understand that we don't write?
Yes, Grandma.
Our ancestors came to this country not with their 2 feet, as bound as slaves, sell them to human beings, to the plantation masters.
To plant, Grandma.
My great-grandma worked in the tobacco and sugar plantation. My grandma worked in the rice plantation.
Grandma, I have a question. I understand that people who work in the rice plantation in South Carolina knew how to cultivate rice.
Them reason they bring them because they know how to plant rice. My grandma, baby, you like pulling book on me.
Grandma, cultivate is not a big word, oh Grandma. How come could the slave master knew they can plant rice?
My dear, they move around the Africa. Take the black people to their country because they know how to plant rice. My baby girl.
Yes, Grandma.
Our ancestors come to this country not with their 2 feet, but as bound as slaves. Sell them to human beings, to the plantation masters.
To plant, Grandma.
My great-grandma worked in the tobacco and sugar plantation. My grandma worked in the rice plantation.
Sorry, Grandma. I have a question. I understand that people who work in the rice plantation in South Carolina knew how to cultivate rice.
Oh, my grandbaby. You pulling big word on me.
Grandma, cultivate is not a big word, oh. How come could the slave master knew they can plant rice?
My grandbaby, those white people will say, that's $1 million question.
You can say that again, Grandma.
Our ancestors come to Africa to find black people because they know they have the knowledge to grow rice. Can they do that to the white people?
Definitely not, Grandma.
Them people take people from West Africa, most to a country called Sierra Leone, because they know how to grow rice.
Grandma, I understand that the climate in Carolina and Georgia were better for them.
Do you think that the slave master careless hot or cold?
Grandma, cultivating rice is self-demanding and life-threatening, so they have to clear infested swamp.
Oh, my grandbaby. My grandma used to say, It's the male slaves that do the swamp clearing. Apart from the bad disease, those plantation owners, we are cruel. They whip them. My baby girl. Oh, my baby girl. Even when they are sick, my dear, they come to work. They will make sure say they report every day for work. When they are sick, they don't go to doctor. They use local treatment. Pray to God and sing praises. This song is a good song. There is a balm in Gilead. It's a good song, my dear. My baby girl. Thank God. Thank God for this song.
Grandma, I think without slavery, our country would have thrived as it did.
Oh yes, my baby girl.
In 1680, slavery became morally, legally, and socially acceptable institution.
My baby girl, you like pulling book on me like the white people.
Grandma, you like to tease me. The Southern colony has started establishing plantation farm crops like rice, tobacco, and sugarcane, which increase the amount of labor in expense.
Then bring them, the white people bring them to be as laborers.
It's because they didn't do well in tobacco, and the plantation master concentrates on cotton. Grandma, wasn't your mom who picked cotton seeds?
Yes, my grandbaby. Those wicked souls call themselves plantation master. Almost puts my mama to death. My dear.
Grandma,
Even when my mama is sick, she always goes to work.
Grandma, America did extremely well in cotton. The plantation expanded in the South between 1801 and 1835 alone. The cotton exports grew from 100,000 bales to more than the millions, Grandma.
My baby girl.
Yes, Grandma.
You talk like the white people.
Grandma, and no slaveholder has been convicted of anything done to a slave, however diabolical, however bad or evil. Oh, sorry, Grandma. I don't want to sound like a white man.
Oh, my baby girl. Even the women, they treated them with cruelty, my dear. When they have, my baby,
Yes, Grandma.
even women who just have babies, we are not treated right. When their babies turn 1 year, the plantation owners will transfer the mothers far away to another plantation, leaving their babies to old women who no longer go to the plantation.
Is that so, Grandma?
Grandbaby, do you remember that song I sang? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Grandbaby,
Yes, Grandma.
my grandmother will sing these songs whenever she comes home with whip mark all over her body.
Grandma, how heartless.
Hear me out, my baby girl. Those plantation owners are very, very cruel. They are cruel. They whip them. I tell you, this lady, the plantation master, they whip this lady with cow skin and bloody her.
Grandma, you are sounding like a white man now.
My dear, this is what is. Prayer is the pain. God may sound far away, but He hears our prayer. Do Lord, do Lord, do Lord remember me. Do Lord, do Lord, do Lord remember me. Do Lord, do Lord, do Lord remember me. Oh, remember me. When I am in trouble, do Lord remember me. When I am in trouble, do Lord remember me. When I am in trouble, do Lord remember me. Oh, remember me. My dear,
Yes, Grandma.
this is the only thing that keeps us together. Prayer. Thank you, my dear. Oh, this white man. Holy prayer that keeps us, my dear.
You look all nice. You had a good time at Gigi's?
Mom, at 94, Grandma is too smart. She remembers everything. I didn't want to task her much. You left me with the rest, Mom.
To be honest, I never paid attention when Grandma told us all these stories. Uncle Aaron is the right person for this.
Mom, you didn't pay attention to the history of our ancestors?
Not like that, dear. Our story was so painful, and it is difficult for me not to cry when you heard about how black people suffered.
You are right, Mom. So should I go to Uncle Aaron?
No, he will be here tomorrow. Then you will tell him that you need his help.
Okay, Mom. Mom, Grandma prepared my favorite, beans and rice. She made that tasty chicken for me and also did sorrel for me.
God bless her. She is so fit. I wish I can reach to that ripe age and be so useful. Uncle Aaron will be here soon. And come, let me be in the kitchen quick.
Okay, Mom.
Our soon-to-be professor,
Hello, Uncle.
how is he going?
Add on it. Grandma was so helpful. Your grandma rocks.
If you say that, I believe. But where is mother?
Maybe she's in the kitchen cooking those colored greens.
Don't you like colored greens?
I'll pass on that, Uncle.
Hi, Amber.
Hello, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Aisha,
Yes, Uncle.
so what more do you need to know?
Uncle, the stories of the slavery were endless and heart-rending.
So, what more do you need to know?
Uncle, it is too much anguish to see mothers yank when their kids are taken away from them and sold to slavery.
That song haunts Grandma throughout her life. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Both of them sang it because great Grandma Frida's grandma's children were sold in her presence.
Is that so, Uncle?
Slave masters, cruel as they were, hired the slaves for their plantation. Some slaves will be begging, I am a master, I am me, I can work hard, I am a master.
Sound unbelievable, Uncle.
That goes without saying. Throughout their life working at the plantation, they are blooded with sticks, whips, cow skins. For slave mothers, New Year's Day is depressing. Most children are sold the day after New Year.
Uncle, how old were these children?
About 6 years old, these mothers and children will wish to die before daybreak.
Evil.
You said it right.
Uncle, the Underground Railway, what was it all about?
It was a network of secret routes in the 19th century and was used by enslaved African Americans to escape to other free states and Canada.
Uncle, were these slaves able to escape?
When someone is desperate, they can do anything. Aisha,
Yes, Uncle.
these people had endured a lot. Coincidentally, they had abolitionists and other sympathizers to assist them.
Uncle, now I knew slaves have sympathizers.
The enslaved and those who assisted them are also known as the Underground Railway. That I know.
Mom, at least you knew something.
You think I'm a dummy?
Aisha,
Yes, Uncle.
there were other underground railroads that led to Mexico, where slavery had been abolished. And so the Caribbean, that was one part of the slave trade. Another one led south to Florida. It also led north and grew till the emancipation was signed by President Lincoln.
Uncle, from what I read, on January 1st, 1863, they outlawed slavery in Texas and all other states, and the Texas reinforcement of the law didn't take any action until after 2 years.
How this ties up with June 10th, which is the commemoration of the anniversary date of the June 19, 1865. Announcements of the order by General Granga. proclaiming freedom for the slaves in Texas. Irrespective of all the proclamations, slaves were still not freed.
You? You clever already. As for me, I've almost read everything.
Okay.
Serious. I just hope we will actually get very good grade in our presentation now.
Yeah. Guys, you know that we have just 1 week to our presentation. I'm almost done. I was with my great-grandma Freda, Grandma Grams, as I called her. She gave me a lot of information.
Wow, really?
Yes.
I was also with my great-grandma, you know, and that one, she has a problem with the ears.
Really?
Yes, so it took us much longer to get the information that I needed. But anyways, we almost got what I needed, yes, and we got there.
Okay, that's good, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we start talking about Harriet Tubman, something about the Golas, and Thomas Peters for extra credit.
Come on, Arisha, that's a lot of work, you know.
And you know, guys, we don't have to do a whole lot. You know, this is getting us a bonus point. You know that.
So let's start with Harriet Tubman.
Okay, that's fine. From what I read, her bad name was Alamina Rose. Yeah. And there's a general claim about her that her strength was more of a man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that means she was strong, you know. Yes.
Okay.
And she was also the Moses of her people.
Wow.
Exactly. And the other interesting thing about her is that she was a fugitive slave at age 27. Yeah.
And I also read that on January 1st, 1863, they outlawed slavery in Texas. And
The Golas, they're a group of black Americans from South Carolina, Georgia, in the southeastern United States.
Wow.
They live in farming and fishing communities along the Atlantic coast. They have been able to preserve more of their African traditional heritage more than any other black Americans. Yeah.
And guess what? From what I also read, you know, the information that I gathered from Grandma,
Yeah.
their language was also Creole, similar to the one in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Oh yes, they use African names, they tell African folk tales, yeah. And another interesting thing is that they also do basket weaving as well. Yeah, a significant example of the African cultural heritage.
Yeah.
You understand? And you know that basketry was, you know, something that was transported during the transatlantic enslaved Africans.
yes.
You know that.
If I may add to that, basketry is one of the oldest African crafts in America. It began to South Carolina in the 17th century.
Okay. And there's this other thing also about the Golas. They were slaves from Sierra Leone, Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, and Angola, who were transported to the plantation, you know, because of the experience and the knowledge they have got in rice cultivation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And guys, these same Gola people have their own traditional superstitious practice that were passed down from their ancestors. You know that, yeah. By wrapping them with clay, they also use specific leaves to cure their fevers, you know, all these things.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting, you know.
Of course, you all know, the newly wedded couple jumping the womb completes their wedding ceremony.
And you know this woman that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting, you know.
Of course, you all know, the newly wedded couple jumping the womb completes their wedding ceremony.
And that woman, she was a black heroine of the African American history. Oh yeah, she was a devoted woman. That's why I love the story about her so much. You know, after her own freedom, she worked very hard and helped other slaves to escape to Philadelphia. Yeah. You know, another interesting thing about her is that she was even a conductor on the Underground Railroad. Yeah. I mean, Harriet Tubman. That's what I'm talking. You know the lady that we were talking about.
Yes, yes, I will talk about.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. That she was a conductor also on the Underground Railroad.
Okay. The same woman we are talking about here, she made 13 trips and got many other slaves to freedom. Yeah, she used the Underground Railroad as a escape route. Some of the songs she used were coded.
Sweet chariot.
Yeah.
You know I've heard it.
Yeah, you know these coded songs people used to say these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you follow the drinking crowd, gospel trains are coming, for the old man is waiting to carry to freedom. Yeah.
You know what? The slave culture reflected its treatment, dreams, and growth. Slaves sang during work or leisure. Their culture was all about spiritualities, prayer, and praise to God.
Wow.
Yes.
We've got a lot of information. I think we are good for the presentation.
Yeah.